Dear colleagues, let me start my topic with small to introduce how petty story about the season of the burn of in the Russian trade centers in Russia. So last week, all media told about how the Kremlin schools had primitive warm houses in the in the countries had the fires. And today in the morning in Krasnodarsky Krai, we have a house of the old peoples. So I think in winter fire very loved, very love the houses of the old people and trade centers. The first part of my topic will be how the last week the background of the walking trip Volodymyr Zelensky into the Kiev. Russian military forces under the leadership of Vladimir Putin had the biggest internal trip into the Udmurtia, where certainly Sergei Shoigu found additional resources of the weapon. Also, this is aim had a trip Russian President Vladimir Putin into the Tula with the biggest base defense complex. So it's very interesting. We're in the situation when the working in the Russian military plant have biggest salary. It's very interesting. So I think where is money? Where is money? Which allocated by the Russian budget. And certainly, I think Ukraine forces must be, to say, very biggest, largest thanks for the Russian poor and Russian State Duma, who have not check a point the expenditure money allocated in the to the military forces for the military productive in the Russian plants. Only one fact: the military, the salary of the working is not very big. Jesus. And totally, we have a trend in the Russian industry under the leadership Chemizov Maturov. Not very quick, but small temp with a small temp reconstruction into the military railway. Certainly the textile, the cloth industry, including the same. Jesus. Before the before the first part of my topic, I'd like to tell how the right now Russian State Duma have not another topic: how to the engagement the propaganda. As a propaganda monitors, I think the suggest of the speakers to the improve taxes of the people who left Russia due to the afraid mobilization. In practical, it's very difficult due to have tax code. About the breaking the budget code codex, reminded above in previously of my topic. And certainly, this is tax code need to the change, but in practical, it's very difficult. So this will be unworking articles of the Russian tax code. So this is a very big propaganda before the New Year celebration, and reputation of the Russian State Duba is not very. It's rather than it's not populism. This is usual propaganda. Jesus. The second part of the second part of my topic discuss how the oil prices influence of the Russian budget. Not only Arabian sources ask and Anton Siluanov found it time to answer or to give interview of the Arabian media about the taxes Jesus. About oil prices due to the enter the floor prices floor oil prices entered the G7's memberships plus Australia. Australia here this is very important. The proposals of the Poland and the Baltic countries to establish oil prices of Russia by the seaway supplies in the level of $30. So this is opinion allows to the G7 to stay at the level 60, not 70, the 60. $60 per brand, and by the Russian budget, it's able to calculate the oil prices at the level Russian mixing sort euros and 57 which have prices price 57 and more US dollars per barrel. And totally here, it's very interesting that Russian economical power need to the calculated with the trend of the world economy due to the Russian national currency ruble fell down with the quick temp. And it's very interesting, according to the opinion of the experts, Russian oil industries have a big interest of the fell down Russian ruble, and so this is a very interesting how will be the income of gas industry of the Russia, and so according to the all media, Russian supplies from the Baltic countries, from the Baltic ports, Ust-Luga, St. Petersburg, Sestrorezhsk, fell down on the 20% when the start when the entered G7's decision for the $60 per barrel. And certainly, Silvanov, foreign minister of the financial minister, told about the reduced the budget, the first and the removing oil streams from the west to the east. And this is a very easy decision, and I'll explain. I'll explain what then. When was the Crimea story in 2014? Certainly, the Russian establishment had polls all of the leaders of corporation. How will be the sanctions against the Russia? At first, the supplies of the hydrocarbons into the west. Well, and the first was Igor Sechin, the leader of the Rosneft, who told who said about change the possibility change oil streams from the west to the east, and certainly not amazing right now. Russian internet passed the China's message about the relationship with Russia as the strong as the rock. It's not surprisingly. Surprisingly, when the Chinese economy, due to the pandemic, new period of the pandemic, will be decreasing, and discount will be very big, very big. So at the background of the tragedy in the Kemerovsk Oblast, China's pandemic, the last China's pandemic outbreak is very impressive due to the Shanghai 5 million. 5 million infected, with the when population in this town 25 million. But I must tell you, this is a very maybe psychological step of China's leaderships. The first, if you remember, 34 of December, China of 2019, China officially sent message to the World Health Organization about the start of the unknown type of the epidemiological threat, and especially I must to remember how our Russian responsible Vice Premier Tatiana Golikova was very impressive under this message. So, and in the start of the New Year celebration, the pandemic. Totally, this woman have not information about where the appearance of this is a phenomenon, the Wuhan's variant. And totally, but I have idea that the Omicron and 130 variants of it were opened op, mm, open Chinese microbiological scientists, although they were not very dangerous in the sense of the lethal totals. So I had three, five infection, five jabs, 5 or 6 jabs of the Wuhan, I don't know, Omicron and other types of the COVID, also the grippe, and have a problem with my health and remove it by the food. So thank you. Bye.